The sun's gone down. Darkness has fallen over these ancient mountains, and with it something else has risen. I can feel it. This place, the Appalachian Mountains, it's got a presence, an energy unlike any other I've ever encountered. We're talking about thousands of square miles, riddled with hidden hollows, dense forests and forgotten settlements. The stories we're about to uncover, they're not for the faint of heart. These are tales whispered around campfires, passed down through generations, each one more chilling than the last. We're talking about vengeful spirits, creatures that defy explanation, and phenomena that'll make you question everything you thought you knew about the world. Tonight, we shine a light into the darkest corners of Appalachia. We're going face to face with the unknown. Are you ready to confront the fear? Our first stop takes us deep into the heart of Tennessee, a place called Adams. It's a small town with a big secret, a sinister secret. It's the story of the Bell Witch, one of the most well-documented hauntings in American history. Imagine this, it's the early 1800s, the Bell family, they're just trying to live their lives on their secluded farm. But something's lurking in the shadows, something dark, something angry. This entity, it starts subtly. Strange noises, objects moving on their own, whispers carried on the wind. But then it escalates. This thing, it identifies itself as the spirit of Kate Batts, a woman scorned by John Bell, the patriarch of the family. She wants revenge, and she's going to get it. This is where things get really messed up. The Bell family, they're tormented relentlessly. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night to the sound of your name being whispered, but when you open your eyes, there's nobody there. The witch, she's scratching at the walls, pulling at their hair, even leaving handprints on their skin, and the worst part, she can talk. She speaks in perfect rhymes, taunting them, threatening them, driving them to the brink of madness. But here's the thing about this entity, this Bell Witch. She doesn't just want to scare them, she wants to break them. She preys on their fears, exploits their weaknesses. John Bell, the father, he becomes the witch's main target. She weakens him, makes him sick, and ultimately, many believe, is responsible for his death. This is a whole other level of evil, man. The Bell Witch, she terrorized the family for years. Can you imagine living under that kind of oppression, that kind of fear? It's enough to make you question your sanity, make you question everything. And the thing is, even after John Bell's death, the witch, she didn't disappear. She continued to haunt the property, her presence felt for generations to come. To this day, people claim to hear her whispers in the wind, see her shadow lurking in the woods. The Bell Witch story, it's a stark reminder that some places they hold on to darkness, to evil, long after the events themselves have passed. We're leaving the haunted hollows of Tennessee and heading north to the banks of the Ohio River. Point Pleasant, West Virginia, a town forever marked by the legend of the Mothman. This isn't your typical ghost story. This is something different, something inhuman. It's 1966. The country's on edge, the Cold War's in full swing, and people are seeing some crazy stuff in the skies. UFOs, strange lights. But in Point Pleasant, it's something else entirely, something terrifying. Imagine driving down a deserted road late at night. The fog is thick, you can barely see 10 feet in front of you. And then you see them, two glowing red eyes staring at you from the darkness. This isn't a deer. This isn't any animal you've ever seen before. This is something else. This is the Mothman. This thing, the Mothman, it wasn't just some creepy cryptid lurking in the shadows. People, they started to notice something. Every time it appeared, something bad happened. Accidents, disasters, even deaths. There was a sense of dread, man, a feeling that something terrible was about to happen. And the Mothman, he was a warning. One of the most chilling connections to the Mothman sightings was the collapse of the Silver Bridge. December 15th, 1967. The bridge. It was packed with holiday traffic when suddenly, without warning, it gave way. Cars plunged into the icy waters below. 46 people lost their lives that day, and many believe the Mothman he knew it was going to happen. The Silver Bridge collapse. It wasn't the only tragedy linked to the Mothman. There were other incidents, other deaths, all seemingly connected to the creature's presence. But then, just as suddenly as it appeared, the Mothman vanished. Was it a creature from another world? A government experiment gone wrong? Or was it, as some believe, a manifestation of our darkest fears, a harbinger of doom? The truth is, nobody knows. The legend of the Mothman continues to haunt Point Pleasant to this day, a chilling reminder that some mysteries are never meant to be solved. We're venturing deep into the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, a place where the natural world collides with the unexplained. For centuries, folks have been whispering tales about strange lights dancing above Brown Mountain, lights that seem to defy all logic and reason. These aren't your average city lights reflecting off the fog. We're talking about glowing orbs that move, pulsate and vanish into thin air, leaving even the most skeptical minds scratching their heads. Some say these lights are the spirits of Native American warriors, forever searching for lost loved ones. Others believe there's something even more extraordinary, a sign of extraterrestrial activity. Whatever their origin, the Brown Mountain Lights have become a magnet for paranormal investigators and curious travelers alike. And tonight we join their ranks, hoping to capture evidence of these elusive lights and unlock the secrets they hold. We've got our cameras rolling, our senses on high alert, ready to document anything and everything we encounter. This place is buzzing with energy, a feeling that something isn't quite right, something that sends chills down your spine. We're not backing down from a challenge, and we're determined to get to the bottom of this mystery. The Cherokee people, who have called these mountains home for generations, have passed down stories of the Brown Mountain Lights for centuries. They believe these lights are the spirits of young maidens, searching for their lost lovers who perished in battles long ago. Legend has it that these warriors, filled with grief and rage, would climb to the mountain tops, their torches lighting up the night sky as they searched for their beloveds. The lights, they say, are the flickering flames of those torches, forever burning in the darkness. But the Cherokee aren't the only ones with tales about the Brown Mountain Lights. Early settlers whispered about ghostly apparitions and phantom trains that would appear on foggy nights, their lanterns casting an eerie glow across the mountainside. These stories, passed down through generations, have become deeply intertwined with the history and folklore of the region, adding to the mystique and allure of the Brown Mountain Lights. And tonight, we're here to see if these legends hold any truth. Over the years, scientists have tried to explain the Brown Mountain Lights as natural phenomena. Some suggest they're caused by swamp gas, car headlights refracting off the atmosphere, or even bioluminescent insects. But these explanations often fall short, failing to account for the erratic movement, the varying colours, and the sheer intensity of the lights. Many eyewitnesses, including seasoned park rangers and local law enforcement, have reported seeing the lights move in ways that defy conventional explanations. This is where the line between science and the paranormal begins to blur. While some cling to rational explanations, others believe the Brown Mountain Lights are evidence of something beyond our understanding. Could these lights, be a portal to another dimension, a manifestation of unseen energy. The possibilities are as vast and mysterious as the mountains themselves. And tonight, we're stepping into the unknown, ready to face whatever awaits us in this enigmatic landscape. We're going deep, guys, deep into the heart of these ancient mountains where the shadows hold secrets as old as time itself. The locals here whisper about a creature, a terrifying beast that stalks the night. They call it the Wampus Cat. Imagine this. You're alone in the pitch-black woods, the only sound your own heartbeat pounding in your ears. And then you hear it, a blood-curdling scream echoing through the trees. Is it the wind or something far more sinister? The Wampus Cat, they say, is a grotesque hybrid, a horrifying mix of beast and woman. Picture this, the powerful body of a mountain lion, sleek and deadly, but with the twisted face of a woman. It's enough to make your blood run cold. Some say it's a vengeful spirit, a Cherokee woman cursed for betraying her tribe. Now she walks the line between worlds, forever trapped in that horrifying form. And the stories, man, they'll chill you to the bone. People around here, they've been telling stories about the Wampus Cat for generations. Passed down from grandparents to grandchildren, each tale more terrifying than the last. These aren't just campfire stories, man, these are warnings. They say the Wampus Cat preys on those foolish enough to wander the woods alone at night. Its glowing eyes pierce the darkness, and its scream, it's like nothing you've ever heard. It's the sound of pure terror, and it's enough to drive a man insane. We've heard accounts of hikers disappearing without a trace, their campsites left in disarray. Some whisper that the lucky ones are driven mad by the sight of the creature, their minds shattered by the sheer horror. And the worst part, there's nowhere to run. The Wampus Cat is said to be lightning fast, its claws razor sharp, it stalks its prey relentlessly, and once it sets its sights on you, there's no escape. We're not here to just tell stories, though. We're here to investigate, to find evidence, to confront the unknown. We're going into the heart of Wampus Cat territory, armed with our gear and our determination. We've got to be careful, though. This creature is said to be highly intelligent, and it doesn't take kindly to intruders. We're stepping into its domain, and we need to be prepared for anything. The energy here, it's already intense. I can feel it pressing down on us, a heavy, oppressive presence. It's like the forest itself is watching our every move, waiting for us to make a mistake. But fear won't stop us. We're here to uncover the truth about the Wampus Cat, no matter the cost. We're going to find out if this creature is real, or if it's just a figment of our collective imagination. And groan of the timber sends shivers down your spine. That was the reality for miners in these mountains. It was a hard life, a dangerous life, and many men never saw the light of day again. Cave-ins, explosions, black lung disease. Death was a constant companion, and now they say the spirits of those lost miners still linger, trapped between this world and the next. They roam the abandoned mines and the lonely mountain roads, seeking peace they can never find. Locals tell stories of encountering these ghostly miners. Shadowy figures glimpsed in the fog, the sound of pickaxes ringing out in the dead of night, disembodied voices whispering on the wind. Some say the spirits are harmless, just echoes of the past, condemned to repeat their final moments for all eternity. But others, man, they tell a different story. They say some of the miners are angry, driven mad by their untimely deaths. They lash out at anyone who dares to enter their domain, their spectral pickaxes swinging through the air with terrifying force. And then there are the whispers of the Tommyknockers, mischievous spirits who tap on the mine walls, warning miners of impending danger. Some say they're protectors looking out for the living, while others believe they're luring unsuspecting souls to their doom. We're headed into one of these abandoned mines, guys. The air is already thick with the feeling of dread, like something dark and powerful is watching us. I can feel the hair on the back of my neck standing on end. We've got our work cut out for us. We're going to set up our equipment, try to communicate with these spirits, see if we can get some answers. We need to know why they're still here, what's keeping them tethered to this world. The energy down here is going to be intense. We're dealing with residual energy from years of suffering and death. We need to be prepared for anything. These miners, they deserve to have their stories told. But we also need to be respectful. We're guests in their home, even if it is a haunted, decaying mine shaft. We're not here to provoke, we're here to understand. The Appalachian Mountains, man. They're a place of incredible beauty, but also of deep, unsettling mystery. We've encountered stories of terrifying creatures, unexplained phenomena, and the restless spirits of those who came before. These mountains hold onto their secrets, whispering them on the wind, etching them into the ancient rocks. If you ever find yourself in the Appalachian Mountains, remember, you're not alone. The legends are watching and waiting.